Ivanka got booed in Berlin. Yep. Why did she get booed in Berlin? She got booed in Berlin because she was defending her daddy. Now let's remember, Ivanka's not a little child. She's a grown woman. She's 35 years old. She's speaking at this women's conference in Berlin, and she goes into this thing about how ethical and supporting and fantastic and philanthropic her dad is. And how, it's all just a fabrication of the media, that he doesn't respect women too much and that he sees them mostly as disposable. And it didn't go over too well. In fact, while she was doing this thing, where she's trying to, defend her father, people in the audience, I don't know, it was reporters, I guess, I don't know who was there, couldn't really see the crowd too well. Well, they were hissing her. They were doing this. That's right, they were booing Ivanka. They were booing her. They were booing her for defending her father, and they don't like her too much. And they don't like her father, and they don't like what he's been doing, and they don't like the way it looks. And anyway, here it goes. Ivanka faced a hostile reception during a women's panel in Berlin when the audience booed and hissed at the first daughter on Tuesday after calling her father a tremendous champion of supporting families. Gosh. All right. That's a stretch. It's a stretch. You don't say you're championing for families, and then what do? Well, you cut HUD. You cut programs like Meals on Wheels. You cut EPA, like the environment. That's families, dude. The HUD. That's families, dude. This horrible healthcare plan. That's against families. More people would have lost their healthcare under that American Care Act or whatever that was. How can you support that? How could you push that stuff and then say you are a huge, what has she said? A tremendous champion of supporting families. No. And though they're in Berlin, they can read. You can't go to Berlin and just make a new narrative or create this new narrative where Trump is, helping the poor folks. Like he's Gandhi or Mother Teresa or MLK with the poor people's march or whatever. Nah, you can't. It's not going to work. Ivanka spoke about her father's attitudes towards women and saying, oh, God. Oh, all right, God. All right. I know what you're thinking, right? Oh, Tim. No, I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me Trump's attitude towards women. We heard what his attitude towards women was. We heard. Once again, come on, the ears work. People heard the tape. Now you can say, well, it was just a moment in time, and come on, who knows what you would say if you were caught on tape. Yeah, I might make a joke or two. But I'm not going to talk about things I did without, permission. I mean, because there aren't any things I did without permission. You know what I'm saying? And then she sits there. So look, Ivanka's in a bad position because, look, every one side to Trump is in a horrible position. Why? Because they get these questions. They have to defend the indefensible. They have to defend the most impossible things to defend. They're forced to defend them. And Ivanka's not going to do a good job of it. And she didn't do a good job of it. And she started playing a victim game. My dad's great. He loves women. And, he once saved a cat from a tree. And, there's only one way to avoid those questions. Just one. And that way, or that method, is not to be there. Don't go. Don't go. Don't participate. Don't be in that position. You avoid being in that position by not being in that position. But it's the light. It's like they're Pookie. It's like Pookie from New Jack City. the fame or the cameras just call them, and they got to go there, and then they have to defend. Then they get booed, and now your feelings are hurt. It's calling me. It's calling me. I want my moment. It's calling me. And then you get out there in front of the cameras and they ask you about your father, the tapes. They ask about all the marriages. They ask about all the allegations. They ask about the woman who said he harassed them or that he did these things, and now you have to defend it. And then you sit in front of a bunch of women on a women's panel and you make it seem like your father is the gentleman's gentleman, which his entire persona of all the stuff. Go look at clips of Trump pre-election, pre-running, and you'll see he was a philandering guy who took pride in it. Go listen to him conversate on Howard Stern, and you cannot make those claims because once again, Ivanka, once again, Trump supporters, people can hear and see.